You want to start the year with a more organized home, but you don't know where to begin. I mean, it is the time for New Year's resolutions, right? Well, there's a challenge out there to help. And with tips from that challenge and more, Monica Fay is back, declutter expert and professional organizer. Welcome back. How you doing?
It's so good to see you again.
I feel like this must be your busy time of year, right? Because everybody has their mind right that they want to get more organized. Sometimes it's a little more challenging than others. I mean, things pick up? Do you get more questions this time of year?
Absolutely. It usually starts right before the holidays, but right after it is crazy. So many people it's this mad dash to let go of things.
Yeah.
And charity shops are actually overwhelmed with all the donations that people are bringing in.
Interesting. Okay, well, let's dive in.
Yes.
You've got a 21-day challenge, less than a month. You say you can see big results. Talk about how you're able to break something down like that, 21 days, and maybe make it a little easier for us to swallow if the idea of becoming more organized can be overwhelming.
Yeah, so, a lot of times when people try to get organized, especially this time of year, there is that conditioning that we need to do everything really big all at once, clear out the whole garage, clear out the whole closet, and have these big results. But that's not really what happens when people go to declutter. They pull out a bunch of stuff, and it takes a lot of exertion, a lot of effort, and then they're exhausted.
Yes.
So they'll get rid of some of it, but then you have to put it away. Then you have to put it away organized. You have to have the materials. And a lot of times people just leave themselves little piles everywhere or stacks, or just shove it all back in, and they can be a lot more frustrated after starting.
So how do you break it down? Where do we begin? One room at a time, or even smaller than that?
So it starts with mindset, and the reason mindset is so important is because our minds make us believe that what we're doing is shameful, that we have to do things bigger than we need to, so it can alter our behavior. So I try to first get people to understand that what they think is a small project is not that small. What are the actual steps it's going to take to get certain things done? So for instance, if you want to declutter your whole bookshelf, you want to go shelf at a time. I want to get rid of 2 shelves of books, and that's what we're going to start with. And if you can complete the small step, it is much more satisfying and rewarding than to feel like you're a third of the way done with a major closet or an overstuffed room. So we want to break it down into micro steps and then acknowledge that step as soon as it's done. And then we also want to take pictures. So I believe that measurable results is what gets people to the end point. So you take a before picture, a middle point picture, and an after, and then you compare it to see what you did in the amount of time that you chose to do it.
I think of always, and I don't know, I know we've done segments on little things like organizing your purse or your junk drawer, but closet is one thing that is my happy place, but yet I know I need to make a difference. You were even saying sometimes looking at that before and after, sometimes your afters are completely transformative and useful in a different way.
Absolutely.
Share with us one example that really opened things up and maybe gave people a new meaning.
Yeah, and so one of my clients, she's in New York City actually, we started decluttering her guest bedroom closet that she was using for her kids' clothing, for her mementos, and it was just stuffed to the brim of years of stuff. And we decluttered first just the drawers. We wanted to clear just the clothing drawers. Then we got into the memento boxes, and we just did one shelf at a time. Once the small steps were done and it was all cleared, she had all this space, and I said, what do you want to do with it? Do you want this to just be a guest bedroom and an empty closet, maybe a few blankets? And she said, well, I've never had a recording studio for myself because she's a voiceover artist, she's an actress, she's a singer.
There you go.
And so what we did was we stripped out all of the, the closet systems that are super expensive.
Yes.
And I think she was like, oh my God.
I've been there.
You're like, not the system, this was, this much money. And so we put soundproof panels in it, and she has this gorgeous sound booth now that she can record podcasts and voiceovers.
Things you never think of.
So you never know what you can do with the space until you have it, because we're told that we need to use the space in a certain way and to shove things in corners and in boxes.
Okay.
So.
Well, again, we're just scratching the surface. I know people can follow you on your Instagram is a big way, but if you want to know more information too on the 21-day challenge, thebigletgo.com/challenge. Again, great examples you shared with us. I always want to know more. Good to see you, Monica.
Good to see you too.